And fall in, my fellow scout troopers, to round 2 between the KVG and the 10th LR. This is a battle from the Napoleon League tournament. And this time around, KVG is commanding the Coalition forces, and 10th LR is commanding the Imperial forces. Now, going through the factions today, we have United Kingdom 1801 Eqgypt before us. His allies here deployed far behind him. We have Sweden, or Sverige. And over here we have Russia, 1812. Their opponents are France, 1796 Italy, or Italia. We have here Denmark as well, and Rheinbund. So they've gone similar factions to what KVG did, with the exception of the French faction. So we'll see how well that plays out for the 10th LR today. Now also, United Kingdom, unlike the Austria in the same deployment zone before, has opted to take control of this one point the first time around, and is going to face off against France, 1796 on the hill here. France does have the high ground, so France does have the superior position, and his troops, unlike the English troops, do have a 5-yard advantage, a 5-yard firing advantage over their opponents today. England's famous for their 65 range, or yard range, they shoot from. Most other factions have that slight edge over them. Now England can pack a big punch, but they just got to get a little bit closer. And as you know, the closer you get to your enemy, the more time your enemy has to shoot you if he has a bigger range. Now this artillery, we have an 8-pounder here being set up right in front of the English forces. We got a lot of English forces down there, all nicely bunched up, just waiting for a shot from the artillery to enter through them, and potentially could get a lot of kills. Now he hasn't delumbered yet, but I can tell. England probably needs to rush this position if possible. Looking at this, we have some elite. Oh, we've got some heavy cav, not elite cav. I thought I saw some cuirassiers before, but I see some cavalry and chasseurs. Over here, more chasseurs. General here. And we got lots of chasseurs. So France brought a lot of cav with him, but it's mostly light cav. And we've got England here shadowing most of the French cavalry. No cavalry though on his right flank. Now if we do see French cav back here, no doubt England will peel off one unit to act as a rear guard. In fact, you probably should do that now. One unit should just peel off and stand just behind the general here, facing outwards, so we can keep him safe from any potential strikes when this player isn't looking. You'd be surprised how often that happens. A general can get easily assassinated if you forget about him, as I know all too well. Nice shot there from the artillery, taking out 4 cav there. Louis de Saxe just standing next to his arty. England didn't bring artillery that I can tell. Sweden's moving up to bolster the English forces. That should give them a huge advantage over the French. But they've got to take out that artillery first. That artillery is going to be a problem. And the infantry coming up this way should really help the French cav. In the event the English and Swedish charge, the infantry should easily be able to even the score and repel them. So obviously United Kingdom and England and Sweden need to think their approach and probably shouldn't charge down this way anymore. A lot of these French units can't form a square. If they implemented a mass charge here on the French lines, they would slam into most of the French force here, and then they'd be able to bring up the English infantry, pull back, and as soon as they pull back, the English infantry can just let the lines have it up close. France could be making a mistake here, moving so close to England. Had he put some units that could form square in the center, that'd be a good idea, but he hasn't. That makes the line vulnerable to the cav charge, in my opinion. But if you guys want to see your own replay featured here on this channel, you can send it to my email at scoutsoфentertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to me directly on Discord via direct message. You can join my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, and post it there. Or you can simply post your replay on your respective or you can simply post a replay on your respective Discord, and tagging me in that replay always helps me find it. So I've got the opening salvos here underway. Both sides, a couple of minor casualties so far. France seems to be the higher of the two on the hill here. That would enable him to shoot over the hill a bit better. Okay, can these guys form square? They can, but Egypt is not falling square. Oh, is he? Okay. The air here form square. England could lose these 2 units potentially.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Okay, England's quickly reforming. He's being pushed off the hill. France is acting like a rolling juggernaut right now. England's desperately trying to regain his footing. Not a bad volley, but not the best either. Always a good opportunity here to get some kills while the enemy's retreating. Oh, cavalry boys, I'm making a move in the dust cloud. I'll have to get in closer. No, they pulled out. These guys form square. Nice shot. France looks solid on the hill here. He looks a bit shaken down here though. His lines are a bit jaggedy. There's no unison to him. And he's being pushed back. He suffered about 30 casualties. And the 3 units on the right. French cav standing in really close. Sweden not able to get enough shots off fast enough. Denmark's coming over here to assist their ally. Swedish cat keeping pace here with the French. Trying to make sure they don't come back. Rheinbund here looks to be gearing up to face off against Russia. Rheinbund posturing, trying maybe to buy time so that the infantry can come up and potentially claim this 1-pointer. Obviously he can do very little against units that can form square, which is what are facing him right now. Not to mention, Russia has a sizable cav force, including 2 elite units. Rheinbund's about to have their own elites attacked. Rheinbund artillery could really even the score here. They're just going to get firing. Well, that could have been bad. Looks like Russia's going to be able to claim that point. So, potentially it is 4-3 as it currently stands. Potentially. Now, France started off with a bit of promise, but he's being forced back. Sweden and England double teaming him. Denmark is on the way, but England has a lot of units here in reserve. He's sending over a sizable force that should be able to fight Denmark, while keeping some of his own troops to reinforce Sweden, thus helping Sweden outflank the French infantry on the hill. They still got to do something about that French artillery. The easiest way to approach that is to concentrate their efforts on the hill here and push France down the hill towards their own artillery. Now France here is being sneaky. He's trying to draw Sweden and England in a bit further so that they line up with their own artillery a bit better. That should enable more, I want to say bigger hits on the line. They should enable the artillery to get more kills. Knocked down a lot of them there, but most of them are getting back up. Now England and Sweden both have a sizable cav force. They should be able to run through this gap here and take out the artillery now. They should send up a unit there to scout. They don't know we've got French cav here, but England and Sweden combined should easily be able to overwhelm any potential French forces in the area and take that artillery out. Sweden can't count on England's support until that artillery is eliminated. Russia's coming over here to join England's line. Rheinbund hopefully is shadowing Russian forces. England's striking here. They form square. But the cavalry was a trap. It's a distraction.
Yes, sir.
He's got to reform. He's a little bit slow to reform. Probably should pull back that unit. Too early to tell who's winning that fight. It seems pretty even so far. The building should obviously give England a small edge there on their right flank. Sweden's struggling a little bit here against the French. The centre is very shaky. Now, Sweden in a desperate attempt here to gain the upper hand. They might be sitting in their cav. Yep, they're going to do a big strike here on the lines. French cavalry here not joining them just yet. Are they broken? Yeah, they're routed. More Swedish cavs from dragoons coming up. Geez, both sides reforming their lines fast. Cavalry's been delumbered.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, hang on. Oh, we gotta get a strike on the cav, on the artillery after all. Okay, big win here for the coalition. Damage is done. England is now a go for full steam ahead here on the French lines.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Pretty much all the units here of Sweden's army can form square. He's not leaving anything to chance. He wants to make sure he can repel any cavalry strike on his lines. Meanwhile, Denmark here is doing very well against England. England's in a lot of trouble. He still has a lot of cav, and Russia has his own cav here. Rheinbund is already on scene. Russia is starting to form up his lines, but he's still a long way off from his ally here. This can allow Rheinbund to outflank the British and double team him. England has no choice now to enter a full-scale retreat.
Our men are running, sir.
Now Russia here is falling backwards and is trying to link up with England. If Rheinbund can move him fast enough, he could prevent that. Rheinbund probably needs to charge in his cavalry here on the Russian lines. That's probably what I would do. Just to sort of halt them. Slow them down. Buy time for the Rheinbund infantry to catch up, which is not too far away. Rheinbund's priority here should be to prevent Russia from linking up with England. And he can do that, but he's got to try and slow the Russian infantry down. He's got to use one of his cav units to do that, and I think a good strike here would accomplish that. Would buy Rheinbund infantry time to move up and shoot the Russians in the back, or at least most of them. Okay, he set up his chasseurs. Charging these units would be a good idea. I'm not too sure what he was trying to do there. Alright. The moment might have passed, I'm not sure. The infantry isn't following the cavalry in. Sweden's pulling back. He was winning there against France. I guess he didn't want to press too far ahead and potentially make it easy for Denmark to outflank him. But Denmark still had England to deal with. Alright, the battle's about to pick up again.
The entire unit is dead, sir.
Okay, battle's about to pick up again. So far it's just heating up between England and Denmark. Seeing quite a few bullets. Cab moving in the background. France did move up 5 units here, was trying to double team the point where Sweden and England connect. Jeez, why did they retreat? They had Sweden there on the ropes. Russia's sending in some cav. They're charging in. Units here can't form square. They timed that charge well. The line barely got off any shots. England's also charging down their cav. Russia here trying to keep these units of Denmark busy while the other English units shoot at the rest of the Denmark line up close. They're going to bayonet charge or they're going to shoot? Okay, Russia, they lost their cuirassiers. Sweden is maintaining the cav fight.
Our men are running.
Sweden and Russia really trying to help England in their approach. But the Imperial forces seem to be gaining the upper hand here in this fight. They're fighting for this point. This point seems to be where both sides are converging their armies. Whoever controls this point, will be able to outflank the opposition's lines. That could be why both sides are putting so many resources towards trying to claim this area.
Our men are running, sir.
Cav isn't too much to be concerned about. And now England's moving around. Along with Sweden, they're going to move to try and outflank the Denmark lines and fold them up all the way to the end where Rheinbund stands. Denmark here and Rheinbund have their artillery. Got a 6-pounder here. I think they're shooting. I think maybe they were shooting into the. I thought they captured that house already. Yeah, I'm not too sure what they were shooting at. But they got to send some cav to take out these artilleries, which appear to be unprotected. Doesn't mean they are, but they appear to be. England appears to be planning to do just that. He's sending 2 units over there. Now, I thought Sweden was going to come this way before, but they changed course. Denmark, they're looking pretty solid. Rheinbund's got the 3-pounder here. 3-pounders at this range is pretty deadly. Russia here looks like they're coming after the artillery. Rheinbund moving in to save it. Russia sending some lancers.
All hope is lost. This battle is almost done.
Okay, they broke the artillery. Russia here, it looks like they bayonet charged the lines. They did what Russians do best. Got in the face of their enemies and sent them packing. Russia seems to do that better than most factions in NTW3, I've noticed. A lot of players rely on that bayonet charge of theirs.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, I thought there was a general unit there. It's just a Russian cav unit. There's a Russian general over there. Nice volley there from the Russians. Okay, Rheinbund's pulling back. He's going to try and regroup. Okay, so we're seeing opposite victories there. Russia here has Rheinbund on the run, whereas Denmark has mostly England on the run. Both sides, it looked like they were in for a long haul, but then something must have changed drastically. We've got French troops here behind the English lines that could have something to do with that. Sweden is still battling away. The rest is going to form up their lines a little bit better, which they are. Russia still has a strong, large army. England has one unit, which he's now moving again. Good to see. But yeah, England is probably the one player that's almost out of this. I only see 2 units that he still currently controls. Cow moving in again, but he can repel him. Just got to form a square if he gets in too close. He should be out of range now. Sweden just sort of pursuing France. What are they up to? Alright, Denmark and Rheinbund here have re-engaged Russia. They're moving towards him in unison. And this has actually caused Russia to fall back and take the high ground on the hill. You can see what Sweden's trying to do. We're going to have 3 units here move to their left flank. England's probably going to be the player in charge of holding the centre that connects the Russians and Swedish together. This is probably frustrating for Russia. He had him on the run. France is falling back, probably to reconnect with Denmark. Okay, both the Swedish and the Russians still have their general. The English general might be broken and he might have fled. Just because he fled doesn't mean he died. Sweden's keeping an eye there on that one rogue French unit to the right. Rossiya is being shot at. I'm sure the Russians love that. And we have 30 minutes about on the clock. In range. Looks like they're just getting ready to fire. Alright guys, we've had an unexpected twist in this fight. Suddenly Rheinbund, Denmark and France have all peeled away from the coalition forces. It could be they're moving to try and claim all the points on the battlefield. And Rheinbund has really hard-tailed it. He's put his entire army here into tight column formation, so they can move a little bit faster. That's the idea behind it anyway. Denmark has a 6-pounder still in play. I clipped them. Not too bad. Now where are they going? Some odd movements here, I'm telling you what. Rossiya here has formed up nicely here. Oh, he's turning around. He's got a good opportunity here to shoot on the Rheinbund line as it moves past him. Just getting in closer. They form square. No, it doesn't look like it. Well, if it worked before, it must work again, right? Charging in like that. Yep, they're doing it. Russians here form square on their left flank. Cavalry's charging in, much to their own detriment. It's tight. It's very tight. Russia's charging in again. He's got 5 units still in play over here. Cavalry's coming in as well. Nice charge on the line. Yeah, very nice. Using the cover bayonet, charging into the lines as well with his infantry. And his punch through on the left. How's Sweden going? Sweden's still, well, just going along, but he's being outflanked here. We've got 3 French units on his right, and almost nothing he can do about it. That's an overwhelming force of firepower. And we've got French cav coming in. Swedish lines here are in all sorts of trouble. still hasn't been able to deal with that cavalry arriving. Things looking up here for the Imperials. Swedish force is pretty much being executed as they flee. Swedish general is about to die. There he goes. We've only got a few coalition units left. Forming square's not doing too much. He's trying to break him. We've got one Swedish unit back here. Stretched out all the way. Still being shot by Denmark artillery. Alright, let's go see the end of Russia. One unit left here, I believe. So that was a decent fight back from the Imperials. France, I think, played a pivotal role there in that battle. Especially when I think he really helped Denmark just pummel the English lines, charging into their back. Something like that had to have been done for them to break so quickly. Because it seemed like they were doing okay there against Denmark while we were there. Then we looked back and suddenly England's gone. Of course, that Denmark artillery definitely wreaked havoc on the coalition's morale. And we got a defeat, so that is actually 1-1. The Barbaneth gained 1,226 kills there, Zango 932, Smithy 1546, the Mad Skylord 983, Data L 1835, and Ida Lad 1375. Okay, so kill counts here range from 209, belonging to the Hybrid Oak's Foot, the Slashers, and ending at 0, belonging to the General. No real surprise there. The rest of the kills, not too bad, but not great for most. None of them, aside from a couple there, no real standouts. But still, great battle. Well done to the 10th LR on their victory. If you want to see your own replay featured here on this channel, guys, you can send it to my email at scoutsomentertainment@gmail.com. You can also post it to me directly on Discord via direct message. You can post it to my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, or you can simply post the replay on any respective Discord and tag me in that replay, always helps. This is Micka from Scouts Entertainment signing off. Goodbye, my fellow Scout Troopers. Catch you in the next Total War battle.